All right, everybody. Thank you all so much for coming out here today and joining us as we unveil these exciting changes that have taken place here at Sheppard Square over the past 6 months. I want to mention that we're in Councilwoman Barbara Sexton Smith's district today. She's unable to join us here today, but Krista Robinson is here on her behalf, so we certainly appreciate all the good work of Barbara Sexton Smith and her office. So I just want to give a little hat tip to her. And Krista, thank you for joining us here today. So what are we here for? We're here because last fall we broke the ground on the new enhancements that we were going to be seeing here at Sheppard Park. And in a few minutes, we're going to kick them off by promoting this new spray ground that we got here and see how these guys show us how it should be used. This spray ground is one of a number of changes within the park that include the addition of a conga drum play area, new restrooms, a walking path, and picnic tables and park benches as well. So these are new features that are going to provide Russell residents with access to a variety of new recreational and educational activities, along with no doubt will be countless hours of entertainment and good times here in the park. And this is obviously a great time to kick it off here as we're just opening summer vacation and school is out. And so this activity here at Sheppard Park is one of four what are called action activities that are catalyzing further investment in the historic Russell neighborhood and provide immediate improvements to the area. As everybody knows, we've got about $800 million of investment coming into Russell that will take place over the next 5 years or so. So we wanted to do some things that had short-term immediate impact, and this is one of those. Other action activities in the neighborhood include the addition of smart stop bus shelters, which we unveiled a few weeks ago, that blend functionality with an artistic flair that reflects a characteristic unique to our neighborhood right here in Russell. Also, the creation of some large-scale murals on our railroad overpasses that will create a signature gateways into and out of the neighborhood so people know when they're moving in and out of Russell. And then the creative use of 4 vacant lots as well. So these action activities are being funded through a $1 million Choice Neighborhood Planning Grant from HUD, and that's part of the larger $29 million grant that you'll recall we won in the latter part of 2016. That's all designed to transform Russell and Beecher Terrace into a mixed-income community with a variety of housing options and updated amenities. That $29 million is going to lever up into about $250 million. So we're talking a lot of big money here. Now, when we were planning our action activities, we engaged with residents because we wanted to know what they wanted relative to more recreational activities. So we took this feedback to our parks team, Louisville Forward and Louisville Metro Housing Authority, and they were able to work with architects to design this park that's unique to Russell. I'd like to thank those teams and the architects behind the projects. It was Tetra Tech Environs, Jones Landscape Architecture, Pace Contractors, and a big thank you to Jason Canuel with Metro Parks. All worked together to make this beautiful place happen. I also want to thank our residents of Russell. The community meetings and engagement that have gone into the entire Vision Russell process has been amazing, with around 100 community meetings to make sure that as all of this development takes place, that Russell residents are driving this. So I want to thank Jackie Floyd, Michelle Turner, Ebonique Burns. They were integral in our Choice Neighborhood grant efforts and in our planning activities to help pull all this together. So let's give them a round of applause. Good job. Now, before we turn on the playground or the spray ground, we're going to hear from a few more people who have remained committed to seeing all action activities completed by the end of the year. And first up is the chairman of the Louisville Metro Housing Authority. Please welcome Manfred Reed.
Good morning. This is a beautiful day to celebrate this occasion. And, we got our youth up here. And I want all you kids to know that you're the next generation that's going to lead this neighborhood. And we're glad to have you here to see how we're going to make that progress, and for you and your parents to participate with this in the future. So can we compliment each one of y'all for y'all's presence And if the audience would give a round of applause to them. I want to thank the mayor for a commitment that's been fulfilled, a promise kept for this neighborhood. This is the beginning of the revitalization and rebuilding of the Russell neighborhood. And this is going to be the model neighborhood where that as we have to replace the housing stock in the future, they'll look to Russell neighborhood and say, we got an example that we can follow to provide decent, affordable housing to all of our residents. And this park is an example of the pocket parks that we're going to have throughout the Russell neighborhood and in the Beach Terrace community. And as we begin to build, we also reach out for private investors and our residents and our government to continue their support to us as we develop this community to make it what it should be and make it a complement to our city. I also want to give our appreciation and compliment to our staff and to our administration because they have toiled with this for 3 years now. And we're finally reaching a point where we begin to see the transition, a change. And it's uplifting to all of our neighbors and all of our residents to see the fulfillment of a hope and a dream that's well past a half a century of 50 years. And so we want to thank everybody for their presence, for their participation, and for their support. And I want to thank the mayor once again for his commitment and fulfilling his promise that we need so well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman Reed. And for our young guys and gals up here, Chairman Reed is one of the city's honorees for the Martin Luther King Freedom Award. So when you think about people that have helped our city and our country fight for civil rights and equal access, that's what a man looks like right there. So he's famous in the history of our city, and then he continues to keep serving as well. So here's a guy, he's older than 30 years old, so he keeps getting after it. So when you're looking for inspiration, you don't have to look further than your own neighborhood. All right, so Chairman Reed, thank you very much for your lifetime of achievement. Then we've got the younger generation. That would be Reverend David Snarden, who has been a critical partner with the concerned pastors of Russell for all the activity that's going on here, and we just kind of keep passing the torch from person to person. So Reverend Snarden, if you'd come up and share a few words with us, we'd appreciate it.
Thank you, and what a beautiful day that it is. There is an African saying, an African greeting that asks, how are the children doing? Because we know if the children are doing well, then society's doing well. And so today it marks the first step in ensuring that our kids are doing well, that you have something for you, some recreation for you to go to, some safe place that you can be. I thank the mayor for his hard work and his diligence, his team and his staff, and all those that brought this together. And we continually need the help from city government, the diligence of our residents to make sure that our needs are being met. And I also thank God for what God has been able to do through us, to us, and even beyond us. And I believe there's more to come. My son was in a group session yesterday, and somebody asked him, what do you think needs to be done in West Louisville? And he said the same thing that everybody else has in the community. We need the same thing. And this marks the beginning of us having the same thing as everybody else. Innovative playgrounds, thoughtfulness about our children, because if the children do well, we're all doing well. I thank you, and I pray that this is only the beginning and that we see greater things ahead.
Thank you. All right. Good job. I'd like to recognize Lisa Osanka here as well. Lisa's leading the Louisville Metro Housing Authority. Oh, my goodness. All right. That got our attention. Lisa, everybody's excited about you being here. So extra breath of fresh air. Lisa Osanka. All right, the Reverend talked about our kids and how are the kids doing. It's hard to find a person more dedicated to children in our city than the chair of our school board. Please welcome Diane Porter.
Good morning, everyone. I'm really excited to be here. I'm not going to talk long because I don't want to get in the way of fun, okay? Because it's about fun and you're frowning, and I want you all to start smiling a little bit because we're going to have some fun today, okay? So I want to thank you to everyone that made this possible. This is a community effort. Russell included was the loud voice that now we have reality. We're here today to see what is going on in this park for the community, for our students that live nearby. We have 3 great schools in the Russell area. Roosevelt Perry is right across the street. Coolidge Taylor is on Chestnut, right across the street from the historic Central High School. So I'm excited about the opportunities that the schools will be able to use these facilities, but I'm more excited that our neighborhood students will be able to be in the park having fun, and at the end of the day, maybe a little bit of learning is going on, but we won't tell you that. We're just going to let you have a whole lot of fun. Because learning happens everywhere. It doesn't have to happen in a school building. It can happen in the park. Imagine having fun in this park with all this water coming from we don't know where, and somebody asking the question, where's that water coming from? How are we getting that water? So maybe a little bit of learning will go on. And then there's some conga drums over there. So then we're going to learn a little bit about culture. Where do conga drums come from? And so I'm going to suggest to Central High School band director that maybe they march on over here and we have a little concert in the park. Would that be fun? Think you all would like that? He doesn't know I'm doing this, but let me tell him first, okay? So I sincerely appreciate this collaboration. I sincerely appreciate the honor to serve as your school board member for the Russell area and for District 1. Thank you. I want to say thank you not just for the school system, but thank you for the students and families that will have an opportunity to use this Sheppard Park. One of the things that I always talk about, and Reverend Snarden referred to it, is access and opportunity. This is a wonderful opportunity. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, you guys ready to check out this spray ground? Just put them on the countdown. 3, 2, 1.